Hi everyone, welcome back to my sewing studio. I am Lisa from Pink Holly Bush Designs, where we talk all things sewing and smocking. And today we are going to talk about my fabric haul that I got from Fabric Mart of cotton fabrics specifically for children's clothing. So I have done a video in the past about Fabric Mart, which is located in Sinking Springs, Pennsylvania. I will link to that. And I explained a little bit more there in that video about who they are and how they operate. So if you're interested in that, go grab that video and watch the beginning of it. And I explain sort of who they are and how it all works. But just to give you the very shortened recap, just to know that they specialize in buying dead stock fabric. And what that means is they are buying up fabric that was used by garment manufacturers, or they're buying up stock from fabric stores that are trying to clear out or go out of business. And then it's all first quality fabric, but it's them being offered to home sewists at greatly reduced prices. So the other thing to note there is always a sale. The sales change sometimes daily, although they can run for a few days, and that you never want to pay full price for anything unless there's just something you can't live without and you're not willing to take a chance. But the expected price to pay is 50 to 65% off the retail price. So that can get a little frustrating sometimes, but just to kind of keep that in mind. The other thing to know is periodically they will also offer reduced shipping. So in my case with the fabric that I'm going to show you, I ordered this all when they were running a 50% off their entire website and $1 shipping. And I did very well with that. The day before, they had been offering 65% off all the cotton and then their regular shipping. And I actually would have done better with that deal, but that's kind of the chance you take. So that's kind of all background. Let's delve in. I will show you what I was able to purchase and how excited I am about it. Well, first of all, Fabric Mart normally, I guess this isn't first of all, sorry, it's second of all. Fabric Mart normally is a place where I get fabric for adult garments. It typically is not where you would get a lot of choice for children's garments. But I am on their newsletter, and they sent out a newsletter a few weeks ago and said that they had just gotten a large purchase in. They had bought out I believe a children's fabric store that was going out of business, and they had all these fabrics for more geared towards children's garments. So they specifically said that the fabric was from Spelcher Vogel, Fabric Finders, Michael Miller, Riley Blake, Art Gallery. So I hopped on to see what I could get. So the first thing I got was I got a couple Liberties. I just love Liberty Tanalon, and so I was able to get two different prints, and I got them both for $25 a yard, which if you know Liberty, you know it typically here in the US retails for about $40 a yard. So getting it at $25, it can even retail for $50 a yard now. So the first one I have is this lovely pink and green roses print. Now, I have mentioned in another video, my first grandchild is on the way, and so I bought all of these fabrics with her in mind, and yes, it is going to be a little girl. So this roses print. I probably will not do anything for a year or two with it. I can see this just being an adorable, beautiful bishop for her, maybe when she's 2, but I probably will wait till she's maybe a little bit older. I might even save it beyond that because I could see a little bit older child wearing this just lovely print. I also grabbed this pink piqué because my granddaughter will be living in Illinois. Definitely changes of seasons there. This pink piqué is just perfect for doing one of the little jackets. So I could see, for example, an Easter outfit done with the pink roses and maybe a short sleeve bishop, and then, you know, March, April in Illinois, heaven knows what you're going to get. It could be 60, it could be 50, it could be 90. So if I did, you know, a little jacket for her, then she would have that, and it would be the perfect Easter outfit. So that was my thinking with those two. Now, I also grabbed several checks. So I just love a great check. I think they're so versatile. I got the 2 different pink ones, 2 different green ones, because just having to look on the website, I wasn't sure which one would match the other Liberty that I'm going to show you in a minute. So I grabbed 2 different ones, but I love green, and so I was happy to have the 2. But when it comes to checks, I just feel they're very versatile. They can be a great bloomer. They can be a pant or a short with using a fun, different print. They let you give that, they let you match, and yet it's still a little bit more of a print and a little bit more fun than just being a solid. I also love using a check for a contrasting collar or contrasting piping or bias binding on the sleeves. There's just so many ways that you could use it. So I grabbed these 2 greens, and I also just grabbed this fun blue. The blue, I would call it a turquoise. You could maybe call it aqua as well, but it's kind of that bright, fun, I guess, turquoisey aqua blue. So I grabbed that as well. Now, I also could see myself in that blue for a blouse as well, but both of these are that smaller scale check, which I think works really well. All 3 of these are that smaller scale check, which works really well for children's garments, especially if you're doing something like the piping, where, you know, if you get any kind of print that's a little too big, it doesn't show up on that piping. So I made the mistake of doing that one time with a very simple dot fabric, and when you did the piping, and like there would be long breaks where the dots didn't show up enough because they were too far spaced. So it's amazing how small the print needs to be to really show up on piping. Now, as I mentioned, I plan to use one of these checks, and it turns out that the more lime green one is the one that matches better with the second piece of Liberty that I was able to purchase. So the Liberty has these fun bursts of color, and then the bloomers will be in the green check. And the pattern I plan to use for that is Franny Baby from Children's Corner. So I think it will just be an adorable summer outfit for her. I will wait a little while before I do that, till after she has arrived and I see sort of what size she's probably going to be come summer, but that is my plan, that this could just be a really cute outfit with that Liberty for the top and the check for the collar and the bloomers. Okay, and that is what I was able to just purchase when I was looking online. I'm actually going to be heading down that way and driving right by the fabric store, so I will definitely be stopping in there this coming September and I will do one of my field trip videos at that time and actually show you around the store, and we'll see what great things I can find when I'm down there. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so that when that video of the field trip to Fabric Mart posts, you will be notified of it. In the meantime, let me know what you're sewing, particularly if you're sewing any children's garments. I would love to hear about them in the comments, and happy sewing.